In the quiet suburbs of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a seemingly ordinary boy named Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960. Little did anyone know that this unassuming child would later become one of the most infamous serial killers in American history. Jeffrey grew up in a middle-class family, and on the surface his childhood appeared unremarkable. However, troubling signs began to emerge as he entered adolescence. He showed an eerie fascination with dissecting animals, often collecting roadkill to further explore his morbid curiosity. These early signs of violence went unnoticed by those around him. As Jeffrey entered his teenage years, his life took a darker turn. He struggled with social isolation, a sense of emptiness, and an increasing reliance on alcohol. His parents' turbulent marriage added to the chaos in his life, and he retreated further into his own disturbing fantasies. Dahmer's descent into darkness became evident in 1978 when he committed his first known murder. At the age of 18, he offered a ride to a hitchhiker named Steven Hicks, taking him back to his home. In a fit of rage, Dahmer bludgeoned Hicks to death with a dumbbell, marking the beginning of his heinous spree. Years passed before Dahmer's insatiable thirst for violence resurfaced. In the late 1980s, he embarked on a horrific killing spree that would last until 1991. Targeting mostly young men and boys, Dahmer would approach them with a twisted allure, promising them alcohol or money. Once inside his apartment, he would drug them, rendering them unconscious. Dahmer's depraved acts escalated from sexual assault to strangulation and dismemberment. His apartment became a gruesome chamber of horrors where he meticulously preserved trophies of his sadistic conquests. The authorities remained oblivious to Dahmer's gruesome activities, and he continued to lure, kill, and dismember victims with impunity. His victims were often marginalized, making them less likely to be missed by society. In 1991, Dahmer's reign of terror finally came to an end. One of his intended victims, Tracy Edwards, managed to escape the clutches of the Milwaukee cannibal. Edwards flagged down the police, leading them to Dahmer's apartment, where they made the horrifying discovery of human remains and evidence of his gruesome crimes. Jeffrey Dahmer was subsequently arrested and confessed to the murders of 17 young men and boys, shocking the nation with the grotesque details of his actions. He was tried, found guilty, and sentenced to 16 life terms in prison. In November 1994, while in prison, Dahmer himself met a brutal end when a fellow inmate attacked and killed him. His life had come full circle from an ordinary boy to a monstrous serial killer, leaving behind a legacy of terror and incomprehensible evil that continues to haunt the annals of true crime history.